Sure. And
And
John's supposed to be joining us as well. I don't know if he is in.
Oh, I see. He just joined. He's
okay, perfect.
signing on right now. So I will let Brittany and John introduce themselves and tell you all a little bit about what LEDC can do for you. So without further ado, welcome. Thank you both for being here, and the floor is yours.
Thanks. Hi, John. Can you hear us? Oh,
there it is. I think it's
okay. So I'm gonna just let you know my air conditioner broke like 3 days ago, so I have the window open right now. If it gets too loud, you just let me know. I'll shut that window because I don't want it interrupting our session today. So thanks so much, Kelsey, for the introduction. Everyone, I'm Brittany Maya. I'm Manager of Business Development at the London Economic Development Corporation. We're mostly known as LEDC, as Kelsey mentioned earlier. My portfolio with LEDC is with the digital, creative, and technology sector. However, our organization actually works in 5 sectors. We work in health, we work in professional services, digital creative, which I mentioned, food and beverage processing, and advanced manufacturing. So we're contracted by the City of London, and we are a separate organization from them. But what we are tasked to do is we work with foreign direct investment companies, so companies coming into the city looking for a business concierge and some resources, or that no-cost resource for them. But the bulk of what we do is we work with companies like yours. And what we do to really sum it up for you is we solve problems and we connect dots. So what we want to try to do is we want to better understand what are your opportunities, which also sometimes are challenges. And then what we do is we point you in the right direction, and resources are connected to the appropriate people that you might be wanting to talk to as you grow your business. So John, do you want to kind of introduce yourself a little bit of what you do at the LEDC? We can't hear you, John. So while John figures out his audio, oh, you're on mute. And I can't unmute you. Kelsey,
John,
are you able?
Try hitting the mute button again. There you go.
You may want to, can you test your audio? If you go down to the mute area, go to test speaker and microphone. So while John figures out his audio and mic, a little bit about John and I. John was one of the individuals who helped start the organization Biz Inc., which is now Leap Junction. So John has been a serial entrepreneur helping companies like yours for years, since 2010, I want to say, and probably way before that, unofficially. And so I used to manage the facility there. I was at both Western and Fanshawe, and Western is now Propel. So we've been working in the startup ecosystem for a long time. However, we now focus on scale-up companies because we have lovely people like Kelsey at Leap Junction doing all the startup side. So we're not business advisors. Well, John is. John's more of a business advisor. I'm not. I'm more of that business resource. John, do you have some audio? You have no audio. Maybe try going out and then coming back in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a quick slide with you. Just to give you a quick overview of what's going on in London. And then what I really want to do is I want to better understand who's in the room with me today. Kelsey sent me some profiles in advance, and I've written them all down, and I think that there's resources for all of you. So I'm really excited about that. And we're happy to connect with you one-on-one. Either after this session, we can book a meeting and we can meet for a half hour. You can tell us more about your business and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have and kind of let you know of other organizations that might be able to support. What we like to do at LEDC is we like to better understand what are your products and services. And going back to that we solve problems comment that I made earlier is if we're talking to a company and they say we're looking for XYZ, and I'll give you an example there, and I don't know if the person's here today, but there was an interesting business that I saw around ceramics and light designer. Are you here on the call today? Hi. Yeah, so for instance, yours is really unique and really niche, But at the same time, I'm working with film companies all the time, and we're creating a film strategy right now for the City of London. I might have a video production company come into town saying, we need some really interesting lights. And if I didn't know that you existed, then I wouldn't be able to shoot them over your website and say, hey, you want to connect with her? She might have something cool for your production. So it's like those really unique, small little things that we can do for your business as you start to grow and scale. John, how are you doing now? Still no audio. Did you change laptops? Any techies here? John, if you go to the mute button and right click it where that arrow is and say test speaker and microphone, do you see it? Try clicking that and going through the audio settings. Sorry, guys.
It could also be the microphone and his headphones aren't working.
Try that. But you have to unmute yourself. Nope. Okay, try going through the test speaker and microphone, and I'm going to go through a quick slide. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just let you know what's going on in London, because before I was actually working my position, I actually didn't know a lot of the things that were happening in our own backyard. So I'm really excited to kind of share that with you. So I'm gone over here to a PDF. Can you all see my screen? Just do some nods. Awesome. So I briefly went over in a nutshell that we're a no-cost business resource for your company. If you're looking for a resource, or you're looking for connections, or you're trying to get an overview of what's going on in London, you can let us know and we will answer those questions. We customize all our conversations, so based on what you're looking for is how how we'll change the conversation based for your needs. So one thing that I wanted to promote on this slide is a lot of people don't realize we went from being the 5th fastest growing city in Canada to the 2nd fastest growing city in Canada. I just wanted to highlight that. So you are currently right now building your business in the 2nd fastest growing city in Canada right now. Lots of opportunities are happening here. That's one thing that I wanted to kind of pull from this slide. There is a PDF that's going to be shared with you. I don't know if it was shared before or if it will be shared after, but there's a ton of more information that you'll have, but I'm not going to get into that while we're here today. So we're a connected city. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in that. One thing I do want to let you know is that we do have a diverse population. So we have a lot of people coming into the city that speak over, I believe, 120 different or 140 different languages. And we're pretty competitive because of our housing costs. So I just like to say that because a lot of people think that they have to move to Toronto in order to have a successful business. And we actually find that a lot of people they're coming from Toronto to be in London and run their successful business here. So I just wanted to highlight that. We have a lot of investments going into the city in different sectors. So I saw that there were some food companies as well as some tech companies, some influencers here. One of the things you've probably heard of is Kellogg's. I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of tech companies that are going in there. At the Grove at Western Fair, which is just a block down the street from this, we actually have a whole bunch of food companies and some incubators going on in there. So I saw that there was a hot sauce company. So that might be something of interest to you as you grow and scale your business. Made in Canada. I like this slide and I'm just going to highlight it very quickly because a lot of people don't realize that the things and products that you eat on a daily basis or see on a daily basis is probably a product that's actually come from a local company. So as most cities, most companies are business to business companies, not business to consumer. Now I saw that we actually have a split. We have business to business companies in your cohort as well as business to consumers. So an example with that, a lot of people don't realize that every chicken nugget you'll have in Canada was actually made in London. Anything from advanced manufacturing, we have Dr. Oetker pizzas, we have technology, spices. I think it's 3 out of 4 ATMs in North America you will ever use is being designed and manufactured here in London, Ontario. A lot of people don't know that as well. So I just wanted to highlight that we do have an online magazine that if you wanted to just get inspired to see what other clusters are here that might be complementary to your company, we have an online magazine that you can take a look at and just see what's in our backyard. London is a test market. Is everyone familiar with that? Do we have some hands of some people that knew that we were a test market? Okay, so we had a few. Okay, so I won't spend too much time on that, but we do have big brands coming here and they're testing their products all the time. Big brands, little brands, you name it. So it's a good place to test some of those consumer brand products that you might have in your company. So on the manufacturing side, I wanted to highlight this. I'm not going to spend too much time in each sector because we are limited on time and I really want to hear from you. But in the manufacturing sector, we have 500 plus companies that employ over 34,000 people. And that's growing all the time. So we have everything from advanced manufacturing and high-tech manufacturing facilities, and we have a lot of companies that are supporting the ecosystem and the chain here in London and Ontario. We actually also host for those who might be manufacturing. So for instance, like the hot sauce, if you think you're going to go into food and beverage processing and you want to manufacture something, there's actually a manufacturing matters conference that happens in the fall. This year, it's most likely going to be digital because of the times that we're in. However, there's lots of networking opportunities for you in the future. So food and beverage processing. London is a hub for food and beverage processing. This is probably the fastest growing industry in London, other than technology. So very, very interesting things are happening here. We have 90 plus companies that employ over 7,000 people. So our health sector, we have traditionally London was health and professional services. So obviously we have a lot of health research and development happening here because we do have the 3 hospitals that are training hospitals, as well as we have the university research development, as well as Fanshawe College and what they're doing for research and development as well. Professional services, we have 500 plus companies with 56,000 plus employed in the sector. So really interesting things. I saw that there was some tax companies and some professional services software. Think about ways that your company might be able to solve some of these big problems as well, that maybe one of these larger companies might also. We also see a lot of, we see a lot of larger companies partnering with small to medium-sized companies quite often. So that's an area that you can get connected into as well. So we have some of the fastest growing technology companies in the city. A lot of people don't realize that. 2018, we actually had 10% of the fastest growing tech companies in Canada. Considering that our sector is only about 350 companies that employ and have space, and Kitchener-Waterloo has 1,000, they also came in at 10%. So pretty interesting on what we have in regards to the research. Like we don't have necessarily a hub, but we have a whole bunch of awesome organizations like Leap Junction, Tech Alliance, Small Business Center, Roundhouse Accelerator, like a whole bunch of organizations that can support you in different ways. And we kind of have this no wrong door policy. So you can use all of our organizations. That's okay. There's no reason why you have to pick one or the other. We're here to help support you. And these are just some great examples of some companies that are doing awesome things. One of the companies that I will highlight here is Race Roster. So Race Roster has a software. I saw that there was someone who was doing a running class company, which was pretty cool. So like Race Roster might be a cool company for you to collaborate with or connect with based on what you're trying to do. So digital, creative, and technology. So we have some interesting companies. And on the tech side, most of our companies are B2B. So you may not have used their product before or don't realize that you're using their product, but it's definitely growing and expanding. We have everything from software, digital media to traditional ICT. And we have cool companies like, I don't know if, and it's hard for me to kind of gouge here online, but has anybody heard of a company like IO Industries? No? You have, Kelsey? Yeah, so why I highlight them is they're kind of a hidden gem. They're manufacturing, but they're also design. They do high quality cameras that they design and manufacture here in London. And they do things with like motion capture. So they make like $1 million motion capture centers with Microsoft. They've used, NASA uses their cameras. It's one of their preferred cameras that they use when they're doing research and development on their rockets. We have companies like Media Sonar doing cybersecurity, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of the other logos here online. We have a whole bunch of creative groups. I'm not going to get into those. Your organization, and I'm sure you're already working with Kelsey quite often on what are some of those incentive programs and tax credits that you can take advantage of. We are also connected to all of the funding bodies through Ontario and Canada, and we can help you kind of navigate some of those programs. We are not necessarily the experts who will help you write your application, but we'll connect you to the appropriate people. So depending on what you're trying to do or who you're trying to connect with as you scale your companies, we can also get you connected there. And we also have some resources for you. So for those who might need some extra support if you're going to hire a new person on your staff, we also have some resources for you that might be helpful as you start to look for new recruits. So I know I went through this really, really fast. Usually I do this presentation in an hour. Not this exact presentation, but to kind of go over everything. But I really wanted to hear from you today. So I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to go over here. So can we go take a minute and just kind of go through, can everyone kind of say who they are, what your business is, and can you tell me one of your obstacles or one of your opportunities that you can share, that you feel comfortable sharing with the group? So I don't know, Kelsey, if you want to call out people.
Yeah, I'll call on you in the order that you're on in my screen. So Kristen, you're first.
Hi, I'm Kristen. My company is Soul Runners, so we teach running programs that are inclusive to people of all fitness levels. I would say an obstacle right now is brand awareness, I would say, was something that I'm working on really hard.
Yep.
And then an opportunity is because all of our programs are outside, we have an opportunity against COVID and the whole gym myth where it's germy and people don't want to go inside. So yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Kristen.
Awesome. Thank you.
Suraj?
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. So my company is Taxably. It's a tech-based accounting firm with a paperless approach. We are trying to introduce innovative ways to make taxes easier, faster, and affordable for people through technology and best-in-class customer service. For us, one would be like an obstacle would be like client acquisition and brand recognition.
Wonderful. Thanks, Suraj. Kelly?
Hi everyone. Thanks for coming. My name is Kelly and I run Studio KVR, which is a ceramics and light design company. And we create artfully designed ceramic pieces for the home. And I guess my obstacle is also my opportunity right now because I actually just moved to Hong Kong. So my obstacles is restarting my business in a completely different city, but that can also be a totally huge opportunity. And I think that there's a pretty decent art scene in Hong Kong, and I can really tap into that. So
Before we go to the next person, Kelly, have you connected with any of the trade commissioners in that area, the Canadian trade commissioners?
no, I have not. I actually didn't know that there was a Canadian trade commissioners in this area.
There is. So if you want to connect with me offline, I can connect you to the most appropriate person in that area. So we have Canadian trade commissioners all throughout the world. So if you're looking to get connected more in the community scene, they'll be able to share a little bit of resources, best practices, you name it, with you as you start to grow your business in that country.
That would be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Brittany. Tyler?
How you doing today? Thanks for your time today, guys. My name is Tyler French from Chippewa-Thames First Nation, owner of Celebration Event Facility Museum. One of the obstacles myself is just being an Indigenous business owner. We have no high-speed internet. Trying to get my feet off the ground and aka website, but the internet is just a giant struggle. So the moment I want to log online, we don't have the infrastructure. So there's just challenges that people don't think about. And then other than that, there's nobody really to look up to in the Indigenous business world. the only people who have successful businesses are gas stations, and that's not what I want to do. So yeah, any help, greatly appreciated. But thanks for your time today, guys.
Tyler, have you connected with the I think it's the Okanawa Network? Do you remember Shira, John?
Yeah, is my sound on now?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey. Yeah, I mean, I can look up. It's been a while since I've talked to Shira and Ray. It's the, oh boy.
I've pronounced it. I know that I've pronounced it wrong, so my apologies.
I'd have to.
But they have a network that actually helps the different communities across Canada and helping them connect with business. So she might be someone that would be an ambassador for you, and might be a great person to have in your network. And she actually went through the Biz Incubator 5 or 6, 7 years ago.
Thanks. Yeah, no, any networks that you can help bring to the forefront would be greatly appreciated on my behalf. So I appreciate you guys taking the time, reaching out.
So we'll try to reconnect with her and see if we can make a warm introduction for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler. Charlene.
Hi, I'm Charlene from Real Model Mom. Our mission is to help girls gain the confidence they need by teaching them the skills they need to achieve their dreams personally and professionally in the Real Model Mom community. And proceeds of our sales go to fight human trafficking.
What are some of your opportunities?
What's an opportunity?
Oh,
or an
sorry.
obstacle? That's okay.
Some of my opportunities are that I know a lot of people in the business. So my networking with like modeling agencies or other models and things like that. Some of my obstacles are basically just getting everything implemented, like the website and I guess electronic like things. So yeah, it just takes time. So yeah.
Great, thanks for sharing.
Thanks, Charlene. Chris.
Hi, my name is Chris. So I'm the founder of Bernice. So we create accessories and apparel for dogs in unique prints and styles. And we are on a mission to make a difference for animals in need by donating 5% of our profits to animals. And my opportunities, I would say wholesaling, collaborating with people in the community. I would say that, yeah, I really love my product. I'm really passionate about that. So I think the opportunity is to get that out to as many places as possible and to as many people seeing it. And some obstacles, I would just say, yeah, getting the word out. I don't know a lot of community partners in terms of dogs. Like I know there's people who, bring dogs to film sets, and like you were talking about the film industry and all these kind of things. I've heard about that before. So like product placement opportunities, just like dog shows. I don't know, just, yeah, community partners, that would be kind of like an obstacle because I'm not that connected with them. And then I guess, yeah, funding for a full product line. I would say I need in the future more funding. That's an obstacle. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Christine.
Hi, Brittany. Hi, John. Nice meeting you. My name is Christine Chung. I am the owner of Colia Hub. I'm a life coach. The service is providing one-on-one or small group coaching, and also provide e-learning opportunities for people to build self-esteem. And my obstacle is my niche may be a little bit too broad, not defined. The opportunities are because of the COVID, a lot of like needs increase, like people need some sort of like support and the therapists and things, they're expensive. So a lot of people, they're not getting that support. And another obstacle besides the niche not very defined is that I need to connect with the right people to help them support those people that needed the help but not able to get the help. So I think, Brittany, I can tap into your resource and get more help.
Christine, have you already connected with Innovation Works?
Not really approaching anyone yet, except for a few of the guest speaker, but I'm
Okay.
already joined the RHA.
Okay,
Yeah,
Christine,
great.
Rachel Burdan, who came to speak to
Yeah.
us, is from Innovation.
innovation, yeah.
Yeah, and she helps with the cohorts. Like she also has another incubator for social enterprises that might be helpful for your situation. And they also might have other networks that you could tap into because that's their area of expertise. And you
Mhm.
might be able to really tap into some of those resources there quite easily.
Yeah, okay, thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Thanks, Christine. Aaron.
Hi, Brittany. Hi, John. My name is Aaron. I'm one of the founders for Nitro Route. Nitro Route is an app designed to be a delivery driver's. Nitro Route is an app to help delivery drivers around the world. The way it works is it creates planned and optimized routes, saving up to 30% of their day. Right now we've got a product ready. Our current issue is we're looking for someone that actually knows sales and marketing, as well as we need to get a bit of funding to get brand awareness. Thank you.
Is that, have we, no, Andrea?
No,
No, he's an intern, right? Oh yeah, okay.
Jesse.
Hey folks, thanks for coming by today. I'm not sure if you guys already have gotten one, but I did do a little collaboration with LEDC with my bottles. We handed
That's
out
the
a bunch.
hot sauce that's in my kitchen.
That's
Yes.
me.
I haven't eaten it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Check it out, it's pretty good. So yeah, I'm the founder of the Hot Sauce Co. We're a straight up, no nonsense hot sauce company. I tried to just create a really good quality sauce and leave the gimmicks and funny names to everybody else. An opportunity I have right now is COVID's been good to me. I've taken advantage of every market, every public opportunity I've been able to get and put my face in front of people, show my brand, show my product, and it's been a really good response. I'm connecting with local companies all the time, and those are really kind of my opportunities right now. I think an obstacle that's going to come up probably sooner than I want it to or whatever is going to be production, ensuring that I can meet the needs of everybody.
So Jesse, are you working with Jack Adams?
Yeah, me and Jack
Okay.
talked quite a while ago. I should touch base with him again.
Touch base with him again, give him a quick update. And if you're looking for the production side of things, then he's going to be able to connect you because he works with the food and beverage processing companies.
Okay.
So if you're looking for production sides, resources, grants and incentives, etc., then he's going to be able to walk you through that process of what it might look like to have a small manufacturing facility. And then he can also talk about the Grove. So the Grove might be an affordable option for you right now as well.
Okay.
One thing I will highlight, because of COVID-19, a lot of the grants and incentives, although might still be available out there, we do not know if they're still going to be available in the next couple months, if they're going to be reallocating some of that money. Usually the grants and incentives refreshes every April 1st, and that didn't happen this year because of COVID-19. So I just want you to be aware that some of those programs might still be online, but I don't know if they're currently available, but there might be other opportunities in a different way. And if not, have patience that next year around the April time, there'll be a new programs and incentives that will probably come forward. But depending on what you're trying to do, there may be some opportunities. I've heard a lot of, I know that there's one more person, I haven't forgot. I've heard that a lot of pain points are around that brand awareness. There's not a lot of incentive programs out there that help you pay for marketing. However, there may be some resources that we have either done previously or that you could tap in through Fanshawe, because Fanshawe also has some great marketing resources as well that they collaborate with some companies depending on what level you are at and how large your company is. So we have, I think, one more person.
It's just Andre and I left, but you know us, so we're good. We are going a little over time, so I do hate to rush you out, but we really do appreciate you guys being here, and we appreciate your time and knowledge, and hope that we can connect with you later. How would you like us to follow up with you guys?
So can John quickly just introduce himself now that he has a speaker?
Really fast, yeah. Go ahead, John.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, John Pollock. I guess Brittany, I love working with Brittany because when I drop the ball, she picks it up in a hurry. And covers for me. So thank you, Brittany, and thanks everyone. Yeah, I'm a longtime entrepreneur, worked with a lot of student entrepreneurial projects over the years, then ran the Angel Group here in London, which is an investment group. Now work with the LEDC, and I'm specifically focused around growth companies and founders. So, you know, I focus with the people I work with around sales and marketing, growth HR. As you start to grow, it's easy to hire the wrong people and hard to get rid of them. And then the growth finance piece as well. So a lot of you have touched on that. And I guess, you know, I won't go into a whole lot of detail about it, but one thing, just, you know, hearing from Jesse a minute ago, for all of you, you know, as you go through this process, you're going to meet some people that you respect. What you want to do is make sure that you're keeping them updated on what you do. So think about the idea of putting together sort of a newsletter once a month, once every 2 months, just to say, hi, how are you? This is what I've accomplished lately. And keep them in the loop, because when you go to look for money and go to look for help, you don't want it to be, hi, who are you? So that's an important piece of building that kind of track record with people that you want to look for. I'm around. You can find me through LEDC. I don't really do the office hours piece, but by all means, feel free to find my email and connect with me if you want to chat about something.
Yeah, Kelsey, if you want to share our emails with the cohort,
Okay.
I've written down notes from all of you, and I do think we can connect you or connect you to resources in some way, shape, or form. So I encourage you to, you know, reach out to me, even if we're only having like a quick 20-minute phone call, that's okay. Depending on what stages will be dependent on how many resources and supports we can help you with at this time, but doesn't mean we don't grow with you. So feel free to reach out. We'll book a time. We'll get it in the calendars, and then we'll connect one-on-one and really customize that conversation to you and your needs.
Wonderful. I fully encourage all of you to take advantage of that, especially as you're all planning to grow your businesses from where they are. These two people are really helpful, so please reach out to them. I do hate to rush you out. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Can we say thanks to John and Brittany? Thank you for being here, and we'll look forward to connecting with you offline.
Okay, bye.
Bye.